Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, as yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold of franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, Kid Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King Two Code in the building. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good? What's popping? What's happening, man? You know, we got that NXT Standard Deliver Block Party show for the people, man. Hey, man,
Yes,
let's kick
sir.
this thing off, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing through because, you know, we got to get ready for night one of WrestleMania coming on early, 7:30. Didn't realize that. So we know I got to hurry up and get to the west side so we can do what we do.
Yeah.
Bro, man, Schism and Chase U, they were a pre-show match. Chase U won. It is what it is. But the first official match of the pay-per-view was the five-way five-way ladder match for the women's NXT championship. And bro, I gotta say, man, other than the finish, I thought the match was outstanding. I thought the ladies showed up and showed out and delivered what they needed to do. Fro, what it do? What it do? What it do?
What up?
You know how we got to kick the weekend off, baby. We got to get right for the for the shenanigans. But I thought the match was really good. I thought the women all showed out. I'm not gonna lie. For Gigi to get screwed out of it, I kind of seen that happening. I told you that might end up happening, but if she, you know, but if off chance she does win it, I knew who her first opponent would be once she won the championship. But she didn't win it.
Right.
Perez didn't win it. Starks didn't win. Stratton didn't win it. Who won it? Oh, Indi Hartwell. And how did she win it?
Yeah.
Her old lovey-dovey husband, I believe. I don't think they got a divorce or anything. Helped her climb up the ladder to get the show.
Yes,
Will Dexter be an NXT regular now? Right now, I think it's just gonna be one of those one-off. I think it was just a one-off because she was in the match and him just coming through to help her. But you know the way they're now going back and forth, you know, like Gargano and everybody else. They I can see that, you know, him stopping by every now and then, but not being there regular.
Right. Nah, man, I thought this match, dude, bro, the women went out there and killed it. Shout out to my girl Tiffany Stratton. How you doing? She killed it. Gigi Dolin. How you doing? Valkyria, how you doing? Let me see. Indi Hartwell, she did her thing, and I'm missing one more person. Who's the other person? I'm missing one more. Starks, and it's always Stark, of course. How can I forget her? She did her thing, bro. Like all the women in this match, man, they literally put and they do this anyway. But tonight, they really put their bodies on the line for the entertainment, man, for the and the enjoyment of the crowd. And may I say, bro, I'm gonna say this, and I hope I'm not a little love drunk on the big stage because they were out in the bigger arena. But bro, it felt great. I know we did this before, but it felt great to see them on a big stage in a big venue in a big setting. And bro,
I feel
like
NXT
they came
pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I know we missed the takeovers, but I believe the standing deliverers could be what the takeovers were for the black and gold brand. Bro, I dare to say this with the performances we've seen tonight. I understand people gonna have their reservations about it. NXT is back. I'm telling you right now, I'm going on record saying NXT is back. What I seen today, oh, bro, it's back. And damn, what a way to start off tonight.
I wouldn't say it's back, but I would say it's damn. It definitely gave me cause for pause because there's definitely Rick Steiner at Two Coast Place. That's one of mine. But I know I think that I think that there's still there's some hope depending on who gets called up. See, if some of the people that we see today are staying and not a lot of them or half of them are going up, you know, to the main roster, then I would agree with you as time goes on. But some, you know, there's some nice up and coming. But you know, some of them are still green as goose shit. So, you know, we gonna see how that development goes. But as far as today, as far as that level of what they were able to put out and what they had, I thought they all had their opportunity. They showed up. They showed out.
Shout out to the ladies.
Right. And Fro, what was he had one of the questions he had said. He was saying
he
was Rick Stein. Oh no,
but
I read that wrong.
but you know, but you know what? I got a question before we move on. What does this say? What do you think this is for Roxanne Perez? Because it was rumored that Mandy Rose was supposed to win the championship. Win the SmackDown Women's Championship from Charlotte. Had she not got let go, obviously the plan was to put the title on Roxanne Perez anyway, but they had to expedite the process because of Mandy's unfortunate exit from the company, and just that quick, Roxanne Perez lost the belt. And then when they put her in this match, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like maybe this is just part of the storyline for her to save face. No, they took the belt off of her and gave it to Indi Hartwell. So do you think this is Roxanne going to take time away from the company? Do you think NXT is going to go in a different direction? Like, what do you see for the 21-year-old prodigy?
She could get caught up, or she can continue her run in NXT. Fro, I don't know about Schism. They may be in NXT for a while. But I mean, the Rock's daughter coming in and instantly getting called up to the main roster. I don't see that happening. I mean, I can, but she ain't ready. Nah, this ain't nah. They need to stay down in NXT. But Perez, I can see her getting called up. I can see her getting called up. I can see her going to SmackDown and having a feud. I can. What's the point of going to Raw? I can see her going to SmackDown. Right. But then again, we got to see what they do as far as a draft. What they do when they shake that up. Will she be a part of that draft, or will she come up after the draft? That'll be a thing because again, we need to see who's going to be where, because if Ripley's winning the SmackDown Championship, she's moving from Raw to SmackDown.
SmackDown, right.
So that's going to raise some questions on as far as in return who's going to come back for her. That's Raw losing one of their top women that definitely was going to be fighting Bianca Belair. But now that we know that that's not happening, I'd be interested to see who else may get called up. And Perez may be one of those young talents. But, they're also pushing Raquel. Right now, I know they're using her in a tag team, but I can see the little light push of Raquel coming up in the ranks.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, when you say it like that, yeah. And of course, man, before Roxanne Perez, we ain't gonna say too long on this, because like you said, we got stuff to do. You got to make your way to me. But before Roxanne Perez came to WWE NXT, she was already making her name on the independent circuit. So hey, man, she could be getting caught up. Who knows? But King, man, do your thing, man. This your show. My bad. Go ahead, play a partner.
No, we good, man. We good. We talking that talk with the people. Hey, Fro, I don't know about Indi's title reign. It may be a short one. I don't see it being a long one. I can see her having SummerSlam. Maybe SummerSlam, maybe Money in the Bank, or whatever that time frame of whatever their pay-per-view is.
But let me ask you this. Okay, so we got JC. It seems like JC Jane and Gigi Dolin. They're gonna be doing a feud for a minute. Roxanne and Perez, not really sure what we're doing with that. Zoey Stark, not really sure where we're going with that.
Unless she gets called up, so you're going out to Indy.
Okay, I was just about to ask, who do you see like being Indy's first real like challenge? But you said Zoey Stark.
All the women that were really in the match with her. Unless depending on who goes up, I can see all of them plus whoever else that feel like they can beat Indy, because Indy she's not looked at as a tough girl, even though we've watched her come up and get better over the year or a couple of years she's been down there. I can see a few people feeling confident enough that they could, they can take that title up off her. So, and some of them are wearing a match with her. So, we'll see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and go on to the next match, man. So next up, man, we had that boy Gallus. Them boys Gallus retained their NXT tag team championships. The match was okay. I believe the brother of one of the Gallus guys, I forgot his name, is the one that showed up to basically laid out D'Angelo and then held 3 stacks to get basically slaughtered in the ring. But Gallus ended up retaining. So the Creed Bros. Oh my God, dude, did you see that botch on the outside where they had the 2 guys standing up on each other's shoulders? And dude went to the top rope and tried to close out and did not hit nobody. And everybody all of a sudden just went falling over, collapsing down. I'm like, man, that was bad. That was bad, man. Like, wow.
And Fro, I'm
Say
right there
big
with
fan
you. He
of
says big
Gallus.
fan of
Joe
Gallus.
Coffey is
Yeah,
going to be huge. Joe Coffey, that's
I,
what yeah.
I like Gallus, and the reason I like Gallus, man, because they remind me of kind of like watching Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, or watching Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland. It's that hard hitting, no nonsense tag team, but they can also move around in the ring. They're not all just
Yeah.
big hard hitters
They
and
did do
stiff
that.
and stuff. Like, they can actually do their thing. I mean, a la Killian Dane. Remember him back in the day with a
Yeah.
Sanity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Gallus kind of remind me like them guys, like a Viking
Alexander
Raiders
Wolf.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man, say that name. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. No, I definitely agree with you. But Gallus definitely retained. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the family nor the Creed brothers can get those belts back. All right, man. So we moved on to now the 5-man North American Championship match
Yeah,
with that boy
yeah.
Wesley defending it against what is it, JD Dunham, my boy Dragunov, Dragon Lee, was it Axiom and wait a minute, that's it all five? Ilja, Dragunov, Axiom. Yeah, that's all five. Not a bad match. I would say it's on par with the women's match. Um,
Mm-hmm.
even the finish was kind of like
Yeah,
what I was like, wait a minute, how did that work?
yeah. Right. Yeah, yeah. And that was the thing. I feel like both matches were really great, but then the finish was like a little bit left to
Like
be desired.
right, like how did that uh how did that transaction happen to where he couldn't kick out of that? But it was what it was, man. It was a good match. Dunnan and Dragunov definitely got that, man. They got something they need to get off their chest. They need their own separate
Yeah,
match. They
yeah.
I need them to stop being entangled into multi-man matches, and I need them to
Mm-hmm.
just have an all-out, just put them in a cage and just let them to just beat it. And it's not like, bro, you can't even escape. Like, the only way you can win this match
Right.
is peeing. You just gonna fight inside this cage. Y'all not going nowhere. It's just gonna be you two. Y'all gonna beat the holy shit out of each other and just do what you do. That's what needs to
Right.
just happen. And I need to see this soon, man, because these two, man, I mean, they work well together with everybody that was in this
Oh
match,
yeah.
and they all
Chemistry
and everyone
crazy.
else in this match worked well. But
Mm-hmm.
them two, I need them to come on, I need them to have their own. That's what I need right now for them. But what did you think of this match, bro?
Nah, bro, I'm right there with you, dude. Like JD McDonagh, been a huge fan of him ever since he was Jordan Devlin. Ilya Dragunov, when he had that banger of a classic with
With
Walter in
Walter
NXT for the
and
NXT
beat Walter.
championship. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, definitely got to give them some respect. Axiom, my guy, formerly known as A Kid, he
Yeah.
killed it. Who else do we have? I'm missing two more people,
Dragon
bro.
Lee.
Help me out. Dragon Lee, the newest signee in WWE NXT, showing that he is all that in a bag of chips and definitely worth the hype. And then I got one more. Who's the last one? Last one.
What was it? It was Wesley, Dragunov, JD,
Oh, Wesley. I'm sorry, the champion.
Dragon
Duh.
Lee. Yeah, the champion. Yeah. I was saying, yeah.
Yeah,
Axum,
and
Dragon Lee.
Wesley.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and then Wesley, man, shout out to him. He put on a hell of a match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I picked him or not, but watching this match, I'm like, you know what? If he
Yeah,
doesn't
you did. You
retain,
you picked him as your
okay,
top pick, and I had him as my second pick. But
okay. I was like, you know what? If he didn't win, I wouldn't have been mad because, bro, everybody in this match was just on point. But he did win, so yay me. But bro, this is a really good match, really good. Like you said, the ending was like, whatever. But I'm not
right, it
gonna be
was like,
nitpicky. I'm not gonna nitpick it
no, I
because
am
up
because
until that point, it was a good match.
oh no, that did it for me because I didn't like that finish. Because it's like, oh my god, another one. Like, come on, man. Like, I was like, I think that's what it was for me. I was like, man, why? No, not. Come on, man. This was that. Again, I gotta watch it again to see how that finish was supposed to, be effective to get that 1, 2, 3. But it is what it is.
Fro
I
says
think
Wesley representing Northeast Ohio. I think all of
for sure.
the Rascals, I think, or then they turned into MSK once it came here to WWE. But yeah, I think they are from Ohio. Yes, sir. That Ohio connection. We just talked about that on the podcast.
Hmm. All right, man. So we had that match, and then
Mm-hmm.
we got this next match, which was the
What
no
we got,
sanction
man?
match. And
Oh
then
my
we got that
God.
boy Grayson Waller going up against
Yep.
that boy Johnny G, Johnny
Yep.
Wrestling,
Another
Mister.
Ohio guy.
Right. Uh, so look,
Uh-oh.
it
Uh-oh.
had moments.
Uh-oh.
It had
Uh-oh.
moments.
Come on now. Hey, go King Tuco. Gotta
And
be Scrooge. What happened?
I ain't gotta be Scrooge. Waller took a lot of strikes to the back. I didn't know,
He
like
did.
he took a beating to the back.
Yeah.
The whole Candace coming out and getting her little licks in. I
Okay, you
mean,
know
I
what? I
understood
give
it.
you that
I
one. I give
understood
you
it,
that
but it
one.
was
I
like
give you that one.
it's
I
like
give you that one.
but it was a good match. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. Them taking out Booker T and Booker T seeming really salty about it. I thought that was
Yeah.
really funny. But as far as them brutally beating the hell out of each other, no, I had no problem with that. Some of the little, yeah, the chair shot in the ring, I didn't like that. You know, it was just a couple of moves they tried. It might not have hit with me, but the match overall was a really good match, man. It was definitely one of the best matches of the card. You thought I was gonna shit on it. Nah, I was just gonna be honest,
Hey,
but give it the
hey,
truth.
tell me what Fro, you read my mind. He said they could have used Quill like a Kindle stick, talking about the baby. I was thinking the same thing,
Man,
bro. The way Candace just tossed the baby before she hopped over the rail. I'm like, then I'm looking in the back of Candace. I don't know why I'm so observant. Security. But
was that really the baby though, or was that a baby doll?
No, it was a baby because the baby was
It
moving and everything like that. But it was like, dude, the way she passed off the baby and hopped the rail and they just took the baby away. I'm like, wait, y'all just gonna run with that lady baby like that?
yeah, no.
I'm like, wait,
I
she's
know
able to
that
see
baby
Johnny
just
Gargano.
cried.
Bro, I'm like, so the baby could watch Johnny beat the shit out of Grayson Waller. But as soon as mommy started whipping Grayson Waller, oh no, I just can't see mommy in that light.
No, mommy's innocent. Mommy is innocent. You can't see what
But
mommy doing.
nah, I will admit, like you, there were spots, but overall, bro, like I'm like, golly, dude, we already knew what Johnny can do, and I've been on record and said this. Grayson Waller, he's my guy. He's one of my guys when it comes to this new NXT,
Yeah.
bro. Let me ask you this: how much respect after this match has Grayson Waller garnered with you? And if it was to end today, is he main roster ready?
I was just having this conversation with my son, and I feel that him and him and Austin, not yeah, him and Austin Theory are too similar because the gimmick that he uses now is the same gimmick Austin Theory was just using not too long ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So unless they're on two different shows, but even if they're not, I mean, they're already on two different shows, but I think that would be the only way that would have to work. You couldn't do uh you couldn't do both of them on the same show. You
Got
would
you.
have to
I
change the
got
other
you.
one's character. You would have to do the other one's uh kind of character change or something. But um I no. I can see him get called up, but they couldn't be. But you would have that problem. So maybe him staying in NXT to kind of develop his character, and maybe change from it and evolve into something else before he gets called up. I
Got you.
but he does have something, and he does have the it to get called up. So I'm not saying he can't or he shouldn't. I'm just saying I think he needs to kind of fix that one little thing so it doesn't
Mhm.
seem like he just kind of like someone else that they already got on the main roster.
Right. No, I get you 100%. 100%.
And that's sad, man. We both picked Waller to win and we both tossed out.
Oh, damn.
Man,
Hey,
damn,
but then again, I the reason, but see, I didn't think Johnny was gonna win because I'm like, I don't anticipate him staying in NXT. But since he won, I'm thinking either maybe a call up or Johnny
man.
stays there for a while.
Nah, he could just go back to Raw. He's got to go back to Raw because he's got a storyline on Raw. I think he got a who is in there right. He in a rivalry with somebody. He fighting with somebody. So
No,
I can
well,
see him getting called back up. I think
it
it
was
is. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out tonight.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Right. It was somebody. But all right, man. Final match. Oh no, I'm sorry, not final match. We had the women's tag team match. Amber Moon and Dawn, not Amber Moon, sorry, Amber Fyre and Dawn are now your new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I didn't really care for the other team. Like I don't know, there's something about their little story and their little dynamic. It's kind of they're I don't really care for that, and it kind of just disinterests me. So I'm just more than happy that I see my girl got some gold around her waist again. You know, she's not just running around here just being a crazy lady. Now she's a champion, a crazy lady that's a champion. So you know that's good for her. But dude, let's get to the main event. Let's go ahead and just talk in the main event, man. That boy,
hell
him,
yeah.
Mr. Him,
Yes, sir.
Carmelo Hayes, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Miss, Mr. Hang the
Mm-hmm.
name in the rafter, is
Mm-hmm.
your new NXT
Mm-hmm.
champion.
Yes,
What are
sir.
your thoughts on the match? And what are your thoughts on Bron as far as is he going up? Is he staying? Could you see him turning heel and maybe changing up a few things?
Um. Okay. All right. Let's talk to the former champion now. Let's talk about Bron. Bron
Mm-hmm.
had a hell of a showing, and despite whatever you want to say about Bron Breakker, and I've gone on record on saying a few things myself, um, he did not speak any lies when he said for the last 2 years he's literally carried the NXT brand on his back, which you do when you are the world champion or the main champion of said company or show. Hey, regardless of what people think about you, the company internally is putting the pressure of the brand on your back. That's why you are the champion. You are a representative in that time and space of that company. So, with that being said, man, Bron Breakker, my thing was always character wise with Bron. Athletically and in the ring, I've always felt like he's got the tools, right? It's just
Mm-hmm.
putting them to use on a consistent basis and you and just honing the craft properly. I mean, look at his lineage, Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner, two legends in the game. Rick's
Right.
kind of in some trouble right now, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't discount the massive improvements that Bron Breakker made. You got to think about it. He literally was wrestling 6 months before he got signed to NXT. 6 months, and for 2 years, you pretty much was the face of a new brand of an established company like a brand like NXT.
It's crazy that he's
Now,
been in there 2 years.
crazy. And then you almost forget, I'm glad we did have this video package by NXT because you forget him and Melo did come in at the same time. Bro, I remember when Melo was in that I forgot what was the name of that breakout
The
tournament with
standout,
Odyssey
the
Jones and
breakout
all
tournament.
them
Yeah.
and Duke
And he won
Hudson
it.
and all that. Yeah.
That was
And I
right
knew
during the
back
pandemic.
then.
That was like right after the pandemic. Yeah. Is when they
Yeah. And
started
I'm like,
doing the regular shows.
and so to see them two, if there's certain people in this industry where you always wonder how did they never touch in the ring? How did they never fight in the ring? And that's kind of what I felt like NXT was doing with Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes. Each going their own direction, but going for the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. And you've always wondered, like their stories never cross at all, at
At
all. And
all.
then it came down to this because there was a few times where we felt like Bron Breakker was going to lose the title and he didn't, and then you wonder, okay, well, who, and he had such a great run as the North American champion. It almost like it felt like once he lost
There was
that, he was
no
going to get
it
called
was
up.
only up for him. Right. It was only up for
Yeah.
him. It was like,
So the
bro.
fact
So
that
I thought maybe, I'm not gonna lie, I thought maybe they were gonna mess around and make it a unification match like they did with Keith Lee and
mm-hmm,
Adam Cole, and it was gonna be,
mm-hmm,
Carmelo Hayes, the North American champion, going up
yeah,
against Bron Breakker, the NXT champion, and winner
yeah,
take all, walk out. And and then you really got Mr. Can't Miss. Because this dude
right,
got
right,
both
right.
belts. He got, I mean, so now everybody gonna be coming after him. He gonna be hanging all the names in the rafters. But
Let
God,
me tell you
but
this.
speak on the match though. After when you say what you say,
No. My thing is okay. So the match itself, first of all, great storytelling because you
right?
got Carmelo Hayes, trying to beat Bron Breakker at his own game, trying to start off the
That
match,
didn't work.
messing around with him, trying to
That didn't
out
work.
strengthen him, and try to be out strong man him. That didn't work. And then you got
Not at
Bron
all.
Breakker showing. Then you got Bron Breakker, playing in Carmelo's game, showing off the finesse, being a little showboaty, being a little flashy, getting into Carmelo's head. So I liked how each person try to get in the head of the other by trying to emulate their styles and failing in each other's respect. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then it got to a point where in the match, it was just like, hey, look, we got to get to what brought us. We got to do what got us to the dance, right? So Bron Breakker using his agility and his speed and his power, but then you got Carmelo Hayes using his in-ring IQ and his finesse and just that sauce, you know. And then you got Trick Williams. And let me say this, bro, Trick Williams, he absolutely is a great addition to this character for Carmelo Hayes, but he's a star in his own right. And when he breaks out, I feel like he's gonna be like a Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter effect. Yeah. So my man Trick, he got something. It's like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was a hype man for 9 years before he got on, and now the whole world knows his name. So Trick, your time coming. But right now, the time, it's that boy Carmelo Hayes. Mr. Mello don't miss. My boy still got more jerseys to hang in the rafters. And if he doing this in NXT, I can't imagine what he gonna do when he get called up to the main roster. But that's then. This is now. Great match. As far as Bron Breakker go, here's the thing. I thought, okay, maybe after this, he'd get called up to the main roster. However, the way he was looking at Carmelo Hayes when he handed him that title, I thought he was going to attack Melo. I thought he was going to pull a heel turn right then and there. So I'm not sure just yet because the crowd, bro, but this is a progressive thing. The crowd didn't just start hating on Bron Breakker during this whole Melo rivalry. The crowd started hating on Bron a while ago, you know. So I'm thinking now is the perfect time. Bron Breakker ain't the champion no more. Carmelo, who's supposedly on paper is supposed to be the heel, the bad guy, and the crowd absolutely adores him and was booing you. It's like, okay, Bron Breakker.
But now because he took title off somebody the fans were tired of seeing as a champion. That's why. Now we'll see what happens when he fights somebody that people like. We'll see if he gets that fan favorite or he gets booed.
Okay, you right.
Damn, did I drop a bomb like that? My bad. Did I drop a bomb like that, bro?
that was a white alarm going
on. Snap, like, damn, my boy said I dropped that atomic on him. My bad.
Hey, but you know, that came on right on time, didn't it?
It really did. That's what made me say, like, damn, bro, like, my bad. What did I say?
Hey, Fro brought up another situation, too. He said, is Trick going to turn on Melo? I'm not going to lie. I low-key be getting them vibes, too. Because just like what I said, I feel like it's the Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker effect. You know, I feel like Trick, he knows he's a star, but eventually, no, you know what? I'm not gonna say Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker. Let me do something even more historical. I feel like it's gonna be Triple H and Batista. I feel like it's gonna be like that. Where I feel like it's gonna be like that. I feel like Carmelo Hayes, he gonna be so cocky, so arrogant in his own accomplishments that the fans gonna start clamoring for Trick Williams because you know what's coming. And I feel like Melo's gonna do everything he can to keep Trick away from the NXT title. Hey, Trick, man, go ahead. You know you want to do the tag team thing. Oh, Trick, man, go ahead and get the North American. Go ahead. But I feel like anytime there's any possibility of him going for that North American and Carmelo is the champion, I feel like Trick gonna start noticing Melo trying to keep him away, start hating. And I feel like, man, Trick gonna get tired of it and they gonna go at it. Oh, I'm ready. Hey, we in the business of making stars, baby. Yo.
Oh yeah, no. Of course they gonna that'll come down eventually. But I also think, I mean, no doubt about it, man. Trick could be a star, man. But you know, he's definitely a character. All right, you know, there's no denying that. Trick is a definitely. I don't Trick, but he's definitely a character. But I can see Bron. You know, like you say, Leo said, Bron has been getting booed, you know, in the beginning, but he's legit. Like, yeah, he is legit, and I got to give a man props. It's not like he's bad in the ring. He's not bad. I think it's the fact that he came in and Vince took over NXT, and then just kick rocks with what we knew what was good. You know, all the respectable wrestlers that people wanted to see, all the folks that we wanted to see, and he brought in all these new people, and none of them was ready to take over NXT. And you just gave us Bron Breakker as this champion because he looked the part, and that was always going to be the hate on him for a long time. And I feel like yeah, people kind of turn, people did kind of, cheer for him a little bit more because again, you did see progression, but I don't think that never went away. Like that never went away. Even if you want to say now it's a more of a newer crowd of NXT, but I still think even that NXT newer crowd still knows and recognizes that and still wants a change because you obviously see people coming up that's better. Carmelo has,
Right.
and what do they want to see? They want to see them wrestling for that championship instead of him. So that kind of lets you know both ways that yeah, Bron is good, and eventually you would see him do it. But I don't think nobody wanted or thought to see him do it as long as he's done it. And that's the thing. That's the thing there. It's like, bro, you should have probably been lost the championship, or you shouldn't have held it or won it as early as you did.
Right. No, absolutely, man. But hey, look, that's NXT Stand and Deliver. You and I getting ready for night 1 of WrestleMania. So yeah, man, Hollywood, California, Inglewood, California, Los Angeles, California, stand up SoFi Stadium. Can you hear me? The host of tonight, Kevin Hart. So I'm curious on what the hell that's gonna look like. But bro, a lot of surprises. According to Nick Khan, Vince McMahon sporting a new mustache. Triple H first WrestleMania as head of creative. Oh my, bro, let's do this. Any final thoughts, man, before we sign out?
You mentioned it, so you know we gotta talk about it. That Vince McMahon stash. my man got that gray gone. My man putting on that black. My man come back with that jet black number 8.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. I say, wait a minute. Vince got who the hell is that? Who is this Rico Suave trying to look like Vince McMahon? Like what the
Hey,
hell?
Vince up here look like a Cuban.
I'm like, oh shit, hell no, man. But no, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. Good show. NXT did what they did as far overall. Yeah, I I nitpicked on a few things, but overall, man, I can't complain. It's another quality win for NXT. Stand and deliver. They stood, they delivered. It got dropped off. And now, like my man said, we about to get ready for night 1. So, folks, go ahead, take a break, go get your refreshers, go get your drinks, go get your food, go get whatever it is you need to get ready for the party tonight, because that's what it's about to be. John Cena, Austin Theory, kicking things off. Your boys live, the King, the Hood Chief. We gonna be partying. You gonna be partying with us. Let's do this, bro. Send us on home.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in. And until 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. No, 7:30. Excuse me.
I was about to say,
7:30.
Come on, man.
7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We be coming to you live and direct for a full Friday. No, not Friday. What's
Dude,
Saturday.
Where are you at, man?
Saturday.
Where are you at?
Saturday.
Where are you at?
Bro, I'm not used to doing this on the Saturday. Oh my God. All right. For Saturday night, WrestleMania Hollywood Block Party. Yes, sir.
There it is.
Deuces.